This is Lesson 3 of the Unit 6 AI and Machine Learning unit, and our topic today is Innovations in AI. Your warm-up journal prompt is, what are some examples we've seen in class so far of how AI is helping to solve problems? Or, what are some examples you might know of from outside of class? Pause the video here so that you can answer this in your journal before we dig into it. So this journal prompt helps focus attention on how artificial intelligence specifically is helping to solve problems as opposed to other forms of technology. Many of the videos that we have watched so far have mentioned ways that AI is being used, such as helping to screen for cancer or being used in driverless cars. You may also draw in examples of AI from outside of the classroom, especially if there has been a recent story in the news. So we want to specifically focus on examples that use AI specifically, especially examples that involve making decisions from data, like what we have been talking about in class. So there are a wide range of issues that artificial intelligence can help solve. Some of them might involve And in this lesson, we will have a chance to dive in and see other ways that AI is making an impact on the rest of the world. Our question of the day is, how is AI helping to solve problems around the world? For this activity, you will need to download the activity guide and the innovations in research areas. So this document contains several AI research areas along with sample articles and videos for each. This is not a complete list, so use it to help you get started before exploring beyond what's on this list. So they're just examples, but if you have a specific interest, might be sports, might be culinary. If you have a specific interest, please look into that, okay? Part of the best thing about computer science is that it is involved in every single sector, every single industry, and if you are interested in a particular industry, computer science is used in that industry some way. You may not know it, but it is. And one of the things that I hope you learn while you're in this class is how that industry that you're so interested in uses computer science. Okay, so go ahead and download these activity guides. When we use artificial intelligence to solve problems, we still go through this problem-solving process of define, prepare, try, and reflect. We talked about this in the last lesson. As we do that, it's important to empathize with our users and ask who is included, who is excluded. This can be harder to think about. So let's look at an example of how AI can help include people who are sometimes left out of the latest technology. As we watch this video, I want you to think about these prompts. What problems does this app help Andre solve? What data does it use? How does Andre interact with the app?
My take on life is that life is definitely there for the taking. What you put in is what you'll get out. Two things important to me in life are family and music. They both play a huge part in my life. Technology allows me to be my own one-man band. I try to be as independent as I can, and the way that I do that mostly is with low-tech, which is a white cane, and high-tech, which is a phone.
Seeing AI.
Seeing AI is one of the biggest deals in technology, I think, at the moment for visually impaired users. It's an app that you can read almost anything, anywhere with it.
Kilburn High Road. Fashion. Workspace. Mayonnaise.
It has a multitude of functions, and they all work together to produce something that you can use whenever you need it. It might even be considered to be a Swiss Army knife of apps. Of all the parts of Seeing AI, I really do think short text is the biggest of the game changers.
Northwest 6.
Because I've never seen anything like that in any other app before. And I like being in the back of cabs and buses and pointing it out the window and seeing what I pass on the way to places.
Mobile phone NC 4000 services.
One of the greatest things about short text for me is that if there's no one else in the house, I can sort the post into who's who.
Mrs. K. Louis. Mrs. Kirsten Louis.
So I don't open my wife's post and she doesn't get cross with me. Gosh.
Oh, well done, Andre.
I'm in, Alex.
Good.
Come on, fella.
Blessed.
£20.
That's really cool.
Currency is a very useful channel because sometimes it's very difficult to know what notes actually are. So with currency, I can detect that straight away.
£5.
Job done. 2025.
Well done.
Scene preview.
Scene is actually really cool. It's quite descriptive, really.
Processing. A store filled with lots of different types of fruit.
But I think that's pretty amazing.
Terrific.
In my view, one of the best parts of Seeing AI is the ability to read pictures from social media. Because so many times someone will send me a picture of something that I cannot understand. So I will share that picture to Seeing AI,
Scene. Probably a group of people sitting on a bench in a park.
and then I'll get a description of what it is.
Person. 8-year-old boy with black hair looking happy. 7-year-old girl with brown hair looking disgusted.
And it's changed how I can view social media. It feels like I can participate
Like, reply.
far more than I could before.
Thank you for sharing. Handwriting preview.
With Handwriting Channel, I was actually able to read a card from a family member last year. That's the first time I'd actually been able to do that without help.
Dear Dad.
Alice worked. We can tell if Jake's been writing well, if the handwriting tab can recognize it. That's good proof, really.
We love you, Daddy. XXXXXX.
We've got lots of X's. The effect of having Seeing AI to hand all the time is like having somebody who can see in your pocket.
34-year-old man with a beard wearing a hat looking happy.
There's so much more that I can do now that I couldn't before. You've grown up.
I used to be nice.
I think Seeing AI really is a huge technological step down the road, and I hope that we can continue down a road like this for many years to come.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Okay. So what problems does this app help Andre solve? Okay. He's blind. All right. This app gives him eyes to see. It is so great that we can make these technological advances so that somebody who can't see can see. That's such an important step for technology and for society to be able to make technology like that. What data does this app use? This app uses images, models that have been trained to help determine what's in a picture, the expressions on someone's face whenever he laughed after seeing the picture of the boy and the girl, the boy who was smiling and happy and the girl who was disgusted. That was really cute. Okay, that's really neat that the app was able to distinguish in between those emotions. How does Andre interact with the app? He literally just holds it. And the camera takes in everything. It takes in words. It takes in objects. It takes in people. And then he just listens. He just listens to it. I think that is so cool. I also want you to think about this though. And I want you to answer this on the discussion board. What could be an unintended consequence of this app? For example, maybe it could be helpful and used in a different way to solve another problem, or maybe it could have unintended consequences that could be harmful for users. So, what is the definition of consequence? That's what I want you to know first, okay? Because sometimes we think of consequences as being negative, or the result of something bad that we have done, but the definition of consequence is a result or effect of an action or condition. You can have positive consequences, or you can have negative consequences. So whenever I say what could be an unintended consequence of this app, it could be a positive unintended consequence. Like, hey, they made this app, but it's also doing this other great thing. Besides letting people be able to see who can't see, it's also doing this. And then you have the other side of that as a negative consequence. We made this app so that blind people could see, but this is also happening, and that's not very good. Okay, so I want you to give an example, brainstorm, think about how you can answer that on the discussion board, and I want you to pause the video here and go do that real quick, okay? This app, Seeing AI, is one example of how artificial intelligence is making an impact on the world. And in this lesson, you'll have a chance to investigate other examples of AI as we investigate these same questions. I want you to go ahead and download the activity guide if you've not already done that, and also download the resource document that's also on the assignment post. So these are your instructions for this activity. You are going to choose a topic and research how AI is being used to solve problems in this area. You may find examples of how AI is making a task simpler or more efficient. Or you may find examples of AI being able to solve problems more accurately than humans can. So you will need to begin researching, and this is where that resource document will come in handy for you. You can use a digital copy to start your research, and from that digital copy you can literally just open the link and either watch a video or read an article, and then branch out and find your own innovations. Okay, I hope you are inspired to really research. Once you find something that really inspires you, I want you to post the area. So if you look at this innovations in AI research areas, so like the fourth bullet point says video top AI algorithms in healthcare. You can just, if you choose something that talks about how AI is helping to identify cancer cells early on, then just put something like that. AI is helping to identify cancer cells early on, because there are just so many different opportunities out there, and I want everybody to be able to look at this discussion board and be able to just get some ideas of what other people are finding out, okay? So whenever you start this discussion post for this purpose, just put lesson 3, I am researching this. Okay. So based on the research that you do on the last page, select one of the innovations you found to focus on. You may need to head back online to gather more details about your chosen innovation. So let's look at that document, okay? You're choosing one of these. Or if you find something else, that's totally fine, okay? With your chosen topic as guidance, go online to research how AI is impacting your topic area. Try to find an example that you think is both innovative, it's trying to solve a new problem, or an old problem in a new way, and personally interesting. All right, so if you think the topic is boring, do not choose it, okay? You need to keep researching until you find one that you find interesting. All right, and then you're going to use the space below to record notes about interesting products you find, patterns that you're seeing, or problems within your chosen topic that people are trying to address. So maybe they don't have a solution yet, but they're trying. They are researching, and they are working on finding a solution. Keep track of any news articles or videos that are especially helpful in your research. All right, and then an innovative solution. Answer these questions. All right. We are not going to pair share, all right? You're going to, this is what you're going to put on the discussion board, okay? And then you are going to complete the wrap-up, all right? Journal prompt, describe one other AI innovation you heard about from this lesson, and what problem was it solving, what data did it use? And that's going to be it for this, because now you have seen how AI is helping to solve problems around the world.